They were not as into you as you were into them, and they were not honest with you about this. This will be a channeled message. I've been picking up on things about this message has been coming to me in little bits and pieces throughout the day. This person knew that when the two of you met, that they were only looking for a hookup, a situationship, friends with benefits type situation. And I think that they were very well aware of what you wanted, which was something that was more committed and stable. And you are looking to build a life with somebody and be a power couple and all those things. And they were aware of that. This is someone that is very childlike. I also feel like this is someone that they like the thrill. They like the chase. They like exciting. They like taking risks. The idea of settling down with just one person and being a family and being committed just honestly wasn't appealing to them at the time. And I think that they were not honest with you about this. Now, this was extremely unfair to you because, like I said, they were very well aware of what you wanted. I feel like you were very clear with this person about what you wanted. This person may have even told you that they wanted the same thing, but that was not the truth. I think this person wanted to hold on to you because they knew that you were a catch. It's almost like they knew that a more mature version of them that had their shit together you would be their perfect person. But they also knew that they were not that person yet. So I feel like this person wanted to have their cake and eat it too. There were things about you that they really enjoyed and that they loved and that they admired. But there were some things about you that I won't say that they didn't like, but just that wasn't in alignment with what they were looking for at the time. This person has some serious childhood wounds from past relationships. They're definitely a commitment phobe. They didn't feel good enough for you. They felt like you were out of their league. They put you on this pedestal and they kind of felt like at some point something happened where they started to feel like they could maybe never meet your standards. They could never get on your level. And I think this person made the conscious decision to stop trying to get on your level or to stop. Like, I don't know if this person it started getting too it started getting too complicated for them to kind of be living this double life where they were trying to pretend that they wanted to build this life with you and they were ready for commitment when they knew that they really weren't. And for some of you, they really were living a double life. They were telling you that they wanted commitment, but they were still having their little situationships and hookups. And I think that they were trying to keep this from you. I think that they wanted to be better for you. But I think that they really struggled with feeling like that they could never be better for you, that they could never meet your standards. And I honestly feel like at some point they gave up trying on the idea of being better, of meeting your standards, being who you needed them to be. Instead of, working to be that person and making the changes, they decided to settle. So you could have noticed a definite switch up in this person's energy. They could have started, like, they maybe even made you feel rejected. They maybe stopped talking to you or just talking to you less. They could have started, like, they could have ghosted you. There was something that they did where they didn't even have a conversation with you about it. They just kind of switched up on you. You could tell there was a change in their energy and the way that they were interacting with you. I think that they made a decision, to kind of just throw in the towel when it came to trying to be what you needed them to be or even change. And they just decided to go back to completely being a player, not living a double life, but just completely going back to being a player or just living that non-monogamous type life that they were living before they met you. I think that whenever this person would pull back from you, instead of just letting this person go, I think that some of you guys at some point did chase them. You tried to convince them that they were worthy, or you tried to convince them that you did love them and that you guys could make this work, and that you tried, right? You really put a lot of effort into trying to make this work with this person. But I think it was also important for you guys to come to the conclusion that maybe, at the time, this person just they couldn't be who you needed them to be at the time. And I think it really was hard for you guys to come to terms with that and let it go and let it be what it was. I do feel like at some point you guys did see the reality or face the reality of the situation and you guys decided to let this person go out of self-love. I think you decided to choose yourself. And I do feel like that was necessary at the time. That's what you had to do because I feel like this person was putting you through hell and back. What you guys probably didn't know was that as soon as you made that decision to choose yourself and pull your energy back and walk away from this person, guess what? Their whole perspective changed. They had a change of heart. Ever since you walked away, This person's whole perception of you has changed, and now they are kind of becoming a little bit obsessed about you, obsessed over you. Wow, guys, there was 4:44 on the time, and now there's 4:44 on the actual time. So that could be a number synchronicity that you guys are seeing. You became 1,000 times more valuable in this person's eyes when you chose yourself and walked away. It made them desire you more. It just made you look more desirable when you walked away. This person has been literally pining over you. I feel like their obsession has actually been growing for you each day since you walked away. Now, the time of separation is going to be different for all of you. Or some of you guys may have not even walked away from this person yet, right? But I'm telling you, once you walk away from them, their whole entire perspective of you is going to start changing. Now, I feel for some of you, this change of heart or this change in perspective started happening around eclipse season, which was, I believe, October going into November. Okay, we had eclipse season. So that time period could have been significant. And I think that that's when a lot of changes started really happening. Okay. For others of you, you know, it's going to be different for all of you. This person started to grow very annoyed too with where they settled. Like where they settled at just wasn't enough for them anymore. They feel very unsatisfied where they're at. They're kind of seeing you as this golden opportunity that they fumbled. And the situation that they're in right now, whether that's, you know, entertaining multiple people with a karmic, whatever the situation is, it's just, it doesn't do it for them anymore. That maybe used to be enough for them, but ever since encountering you and since you walked away from them, it's not enough for them anymore. And they're very unsatisfied and unhappy there. And then on top of that, there's a lot of chaos and fighting, and it's just a very toxic situation that they're in. And maybe they didn't see it like that before, but now they're seeing it as very toxic and not a place they want to be in. I do feel like this person is starting to mature, and you know, as you mature, your wants and your needs and things like that change. And it's almost like you're more in alignment, like I said earlier, with a more mature version of them that they're slowly getting up to. They're not quite there yet, but they are growing and they are evolving and they are maturing. And it's like the more they mature and evolve, the more appealing you look to this person. They thought the grass was greener in a situation where they didn't have to commit, where they had their freedom, where they could do whatever they wanted to do. They didn't have any responsibility or obligation to a person. Now that's not really appealing to them anymore. This person is just, it's like they are just becoming obsessed with this life that they feel that the two of you could have had or may even still be able to have if they do come towards you and take action. I do feel like this person will be taking action towards you very soon. My right ear has been ringing like crazy, like the loudest ring that I've ever gotten in my ear before. So I do feel like they're going to be taking action towards you soon. But you're going to have a decision to make, because I feel like you will end up actually having a choice, or you will have options. They won't be the only person that wants you, because you guys are that total package. A lot of people, anybody would be happy to have you. It was very important for you guys to realize like there was nothing wrong with you. It was this person. It was them, not you. There was nothing wrong with you. They just never felt good enough for you. Okay. I know that they made you feel rejected. They could have made you feel like you weren't good enough, but that was never the case. And that was where you needed to, that was kind of how you needed to work on your self-love and get out of that mindset that there was something wrong with you or that you weren't good enough because this person wasn't choosing you. Like I said, eclipse season could be significant. Feathers could also be significant. I'm also seeing the signs Capricorn, Sagittarius. I'm also hearing Taurus. Fall time could have been significant. And then the number 444 could also be significant. But I really do feel like someone is going to be taking action towards you soon. And they are kind of coming towards you in a completely different energy than you're probably used to seeing them in. All right.